Hey everybody, what's happening? Andy Irvine here, coming to you from Markneukirchen, Germany. Today I have a super cool instrument, the Warwick Infinity bass. This particular one is the maple version with a quadruple A maple top. Beautiful quadruple A maple top. The through body construction, oven call back wings, and flame maple, three-piece flame maple through body neck with the Iconga stringers coming down through here. Beautiful, beautiful bass. Obviously the Infinity bass is very special because it's chambered. The top half of the instrument and the bottom half of the instrument's body wings are hollow, and then the three-piece hidden through body neck goes down the whole center with this thick maple top on there. So what you end up with is a very light instrument. So by comparison to many other basses that Warwick builds, this particular one is very light. It's very light, but with the solid three-piece maple neck and the maple top combined with the beautiful back here, you have still enough dense wood mass to it that it maintains a really big sound. So you get the benefit of being light, but you don't get a thin tone, not by any stretch. Now this one, another thing I'll mention about this bass is the electronics on it. You notice that it has a single coil in the front and dual single coil cluster style pickup in the back. And then it has, for the electronics, or for the controls, it has volume, which is push-pull for active passive, concentric style with the bottom half of the concentrics as a blender for the front and back pickup, and then 3 bands of EQ, mid-range, treble, and bass. The treble and bass, of course, also stacked on concentric knobs. So it doesn't take up a lot of room on the top of the instrument. You have 5 controls, but 2 of them are concentric, so it keeps it real clean, you know, and tight. From a distance, it looks like there's only 3 knobs, but there's actually 5 different controls and 6 different functions with the push-pull active-passive volume pot. So here we are with the instrument set completely flat. Initially, my first impression of it is, first of all, it has a satin finish on the whole instrument. There's no gloss, there's no lacquer on, there's no clear lacquer on it. So it has a very soft, satiny kind of wood feel, and the neck is thin. Obviously, it's a 4-string, but it's not a wide neck, so it's very, very comfortable in my hand. It has a real in terms of front to back, again, it's another one of these situations where it's substantial, but not in any way overly bulky. You know, it's hard to really see, but you know, it's just super comfortable on all points. In terms of, when I was saying thin before, I meant at the nut. You know, the actual the nut width up here is thinner. You know, definitely thinner. And I don't know what the exact you know, the measurement is there, but I can tell you that it's thinner. You know, it's like a thin style nut, thin width of the neck at the nut. So let's we'll hear what it sounds like. I'll start hyping. I'll do like a hype bass and hype treble sound. This thing's really really crisp, bright instrument for slapping. So if you're into like, well, this is just one thing that I'm noticing right off the bat, but if you're into like technical slapping and stuff like that, this bass is dynamite because you can really hear every single, you know, articulation. You know, with the hype, with the bass and the treble hyped on this, it instantly has this very modern kind of a slap sound, you know, what a lot of people would call a modern slap sound. So now we'll take and we'll start, we'll roll to just the front pickup. So now we're just on the single coil front pickup and we still have the bass and the treble hyped a little bit. I'm gonna decrease the treble and boost the bass and see about getting a warm soul tone. Yeah. That's actually an amazing tone because you notice when I'm playing with my fingers, big, full, and chubby on the bottom, but it still has that nice shimmer of high end on the top, coming from the nice maple top and the nice maple neck back here. Slip into my palm mute and get it to sound instantly like a vintage type of soul bass scenario. So instantly it's got that warm Motown vibe by putting it on the front pickup, pumping up the bass, and cutting the treble. So we've already discovered that this thing has an amazing modern slap tone and a really warm vintage tone. Now I'm going to put it to the back pickup and see how this plays out with my favorite bubbling type of sound. Bringing up the mids a little bit on the EQ now, from flat to about, you know, just a sliver up. That was with the mids just boosted a little bit. Now I'm going to really hype the mids. Wow. So this thing's starting to really blow my mind with the amount of flexibility of tones within it. We've discovered that it has a super cool modern slap tone. It has an amazing warm vintage round tone on the front pickup with the bass hyped and the treble cut, and now with the mid-range control and the back pickup soloed out, you have a very amazingly voiced instrument with a really cool, distinct low mid-range voice and bite and growl. So yes, this Infinity bass, it's not hard to see why many people are really digging this bass. And you know, obviously it's very beautiful and very unique in its design. This chambered body is really cool. Really cool. Norwood's playing one of these. Ooh, back to that modern, that slap thing. And I should say it's easy to slap on, meaning it's just the action is dead low, just even and low and straight, and the neck is real straight, and the gauge strings that they have on here, just the whole thing. When I pick it up, it's just very simple to really articulate on it. It's just very natural. After getting used to the spacing and stuff like that, I could become very fast on this bass. Super hyping the bass now with the slap tone. All right, so there you have it, the Infinity with the beautiful maple, quadruple A maple flame maple top, and the neck through construction. Of course, the Just a Nut 3 brass nut system, quick access truss rod cover, and quick access back panel covers, and oven call back. What an instrument! What a beautiful instrument! This thing is dripping with usable tones, more than just usable tones that are amazing, and wide spectrum of flexibility within one instrument, and all in a very light package, so it's comfortable. You know, you play it on a 5-hour gig and feel no fatigue with this thing, only joy. So I hope you can I hope you check one of these out. Infinity NT. Peace.